guys, Brad from simpleguitar.com, and welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be talking about the mental side of playing guitar, because really when it comes down to it, playing guitar is all in your head. And I have a cool story from some lessons this week that I'm going to use to illustrate that for you and show you how playing guitar really is all in your head. But before we get going, as my thank you to you for you being here and watching the video today, I do have a gift for you at my website. If you haven't gotten this already, it is called the Top 10 Things to Learn on Guitar First. It's a free guide for you. It's 10 of the things that I love to teach beginners first on the guitar that gets them playing real music and making real progress really fast on the guitar. So go to simpleguitar.com/top10, download that free guide, the top 10 things to learn on guitar first, start using the stuff in that, and you'll start getting more progress out of your guitar playing if you're just starting out, or maybe you've been playing for a little while. This is some stuff that will help connect dots and get you doing more musical stuff way faster. So go get that guide. It's my thank you to you for you being here today. Okay, so guitar playing is all in your head. That is true. Now, here's the craziest thing. The more that I teach people, the more that I work with people, the more that it is so apparent that everything that we do with our guitar playing and our practice and learning and what songs we learn all begin in our head. If you've heard the quote by Joan of Arc, she said, "All battles are first won or lost in the mind." And that is true with guitar too. Think of it this way. If guitar is the battle that we're fighting, learning guitar and getting better at guitar, right? Becoming the guitar player you want to be, then that battle is first won or lost in your mind. Or as Henry Ford said, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. Okay? So if you think learning guitar is going to be really hard, I'm not going to be that good, I can't do this, and you've got all these self-limiting beliefs going through your head, then those are going to become self-fulfilling prophecies. If you think you're going to lose the battle, you're going to lose the battle. If you think you can't play guitar well, you're not going to play guitar well. You're not going to surprise yourself and be like, whoa, I didn't think I could do it. And no, I can't, right? Unless you have somebody show you that you're wrong and that you can do it. And we'll talk about that in a minute. But really, when it comes to your guitar playing, the thing that I found with the majority of students, some people are freaks of nature and aren't like this, but the majority of students have a little bit of a pessimistic or a cynical view of their guitar playing, because really, guitar playing is hard, especially in the very beginning. That's when it's the hardest, is in the beginning, even when you're learning super simple, easy stuff. I've told students back when I used to have them play Ode to Joy first thing, that playing Ode to Joy at the very beginning of their guitar playing on their first day is harder than when they're learning more advanced stuff like cool vibrato or sweep picking or different stuff like that later down the road. They're having a harder time learning super simple Ode to Joy on that first day than they will playing advanced stuff later down the road. And it's true, because playing guitar is just hardest in the beginning and it gets easier as you go. And so I found over the years that most students will have, because of the difficulty involved with playing guitar, most students will have a negative attitude, a little bit at least of a negative attitude, and that translates to their guitar playing, and they limit themselves. They don't think that they're capable or that their ability level is there yet. And one of the biggest things that you can do for your guitar playing is push yourself before you think you're ready. So here's a story from some lessons that I had this week with some students. I've got a pair of students that have been working on the Let It Be solo even since before I released a video about it, which if you haven't seen that, go check it out. It's a good video. So they're working on that solo, and we've broken down the licks and we're working on stuff. And they're working on everything and going through it, and it's starting to get good. And what we did is in class, we took the song and we slowed it down. I have a Guitar Pro file for it, so it plays the MIDI, plays the audio of the music, and we can play along with it and loop it and change the speeds and do all sorts of cool stuff. That's a whole other video that I'm going to do for you, though, to show you how you can do that too. And it makes practice and learning new songs way easy. But we'll do that another day. But we were doing it in class. I took the song, I soloed just the solo section of the song, selected just that part to play, and we slowed it down. So we went from playing the song at full speed to playing it at 50% speed. And it's really slow. But the purpose for that is because I'm a firm believer that slow is smooth and smooth is fast. And I think that the more time that you spend playing something slow and getting it really smooth, the better you're going to be able to play it fast. And I think it actually shortens the window of time that you go from playing it slow to being able to play it fast. I feel like there's a big jump when I work with students and we do stuff slow for a long time, longer than they think is necessary. And then it's like there's this big jump from going really slow to going really fast, right? Well, I was working in class with Josie and Gail. Shout out to Josie and Gail. You guys are awesome. And we were playing this solo, just playing it slow, 50% speed. And then they came back the next week and we did the same thing. So we spent a whole week just playing at 50% speed, and I sent them home and said, go practice this at 50% speed. And then this week when they came back in for their lesson, we kept going with it at 50% speed. But here's what I did to them, and I didn't tell them what I was doing because I didn't want to psych them out. But without telling them, we would play it at 50% speed for a little bit. And then without telling them, I bumped the speed up to 60%. And all of a sudden they were like, why is this uncomfortable again? Oh, I'm sucking again, right? And that's the thoughts that usually goes through people's head. But I didn't tell them that I sped it up. I just let them feel it out. And then I let them play it a few times and get a little bit smoother and a little bit smoother and a little bit smoother. Not perfect. Like, we didn't do it like 10 times at that speed, because what I did is before they felt like they were ready for it to speed up and before it was perfect, I sped it up again and went to 70% without telling them. And then I did it again with 80% and then 90% and then 100% speed. And they noticed that it started getting faster. And about the time that we did 90%, I told them that it was 70%. Totally lied. Okay? I lied to my students, but it was for their own good. Okay? It was for their own good that I lied to them, because I knew that if I told them that we had gone beyond 70% speed or something like that, that they were going to psych themselves out in their mind and it would suddenly get harder. And so I kept lying to them. Right? So we did 90%, and then I didn't tell them when I bumped it up to 100%, and they were like, oh, I want to hear it at least at 100%. And we played through it a few times at 100% speed, and then I gave them a break, and Josie was all, I want to hear it one time at least at 100%. And I just started laughing, and then I told her, good news, you just played it at 100%, you know? Because here's the thing. Most people, if I had told them, okay, we're doing 50%, now we're doing 60%, now we're doing 70%, now we're doing 80%, right? What happens is in your mind somewhere, you've put a glass ceiling on your expectation for your own ability to play guitar. And if you are hearing these different benchmarks, at some point you're like, that's okay, that's enough. That's fast enough. That's the best I can do. And what I did is, by not telling them when I was speeding it up and then lying to them about it when they figured it out, what I did is I essentially removed the glass ceiling and didn't allow them to limit themselves, which is important. See, like I said, a lot of times we will limit ourselves. We will put glass ceiling over ourselves, saying, that's as far as I can go. That's as much as I can do. And it's simply not true, because one of the biggest truths when it comes to playing guitar is that if I can do it, you can do it. If Eric Clapton can do it, you can do it. If Hendrix can do it, you can do it. I've seen dudes with no arms playing guitar with their toes, right? And So if that dude with no arms playing with his toes can do it, you can do it. Okay? If another human being who has the same amount of potential as you can do it, then that automatically by default means you can do it too. And so you don't need to limit yourself and be like, I'm not special, or I wasn't born with talent to do this, or I don't have a natural inclination to do this. Anybody can do it if they want to, and they put in the work to do it. So if they can do it, you can do it. And that way, if you remember that, it's a lot easier to not limit your thinking and limit your expectations of yourself. After we did that at 100%, we didn't get it perfect. Okay, because one of the big keys with this was I was pushing them to advance before they were ready. Because here's the key. If you wait until you get things perfect to try to go faster or try to do it better, you're never going to be ready. Because you're going to start looking for imperfections and becoming a perfectionist, which that's what a perfectionist is. Perfectionists don't seek perfection. They just look for imperfections. So don't be a perfectionist, okay? Push yourself, make the mistakes, do the failures, okay? That's okay, it's a good thing. And push yourself to go faster before you're ready. Push yourself to do things that are harder than you think you can do before you're ready. When I'm doing that with students, 99% of the time, they are more ready than they think. And that's why it's good to have a teacher. A lot of times a teacher will be there to push you and to tell you, you can do this. You can do this before you think that you can. And it's true 99% of the time. So don't hold yourself back going, I can't do this, or that's too hard for me. I'm not going to be able to do that. Because that is the biggest lie when it comes to guitar playing. You can do it. If anyone else can do it, you can do it. Because we're all the same. We're all humans. We're all born with the same potential for our guitar playing. Some people have found better ways to do things and have put in more work, more effort behind it. And that's why they get better faster. But guess what? You can do the same thing. Learn from other people. Learn the better ways to do things and then put in the work. Do the effort that it takes to be better, and you can do it. So the more that you don't hold yourself back and you don't psych yourself out by thinking that's too hard or that's too fast or I can't do that, the better your guitar playing is going to be. And I'll tell you what, when I wasn't telling Josie and Gail how fast we were going with the song, and they were playing it at faster and faster speeds, they were doing better than they thought that they would do. And so by removing those glass ceilings for them, made them play guitar better, which was awesome. And I think that they were surprised at how good they were doing, because they were doing awesome. I mean, they took it from 50% speed up to 100% speed. Not perfect, but that's a big jump. And I think it is because we spent a lot of time playing it slow and getting it smooth, and then made it a heck of a lot easier to get it fast. So guys, that is the big lesson today. Playing guitar is all in your head. And if you hold yourself back because you're thinking that you can't do it or something is too hard, you're right. You're not going to do it, and it's always going to be too hard. So start thinking other things. Don't limit yourself and don't hold yourself back. Thanks for watching the video today, guys. I appreciate you being here. I know that you're busy. You got stuff going on. There's a lot of stuff, dude, than to listen to me rant about playing guitar and the mindset behind playing guitar. So thank you for being here and for putting up with me and supporting me by watching the video. And as my thank you, remember, you can go to simpleguitar.com/top10, and there you can get the top 10 things to learn on guitar first for free. And that is my gift to you, my way of saying thank you for watching the video today. And so have an awesome rest of your day. Have a great one. And remember, don't hold yourself back. It's all in your head. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. So have an awesome one, guys, and I will see you in the next video.